Good evening. Okay, so I'm just trying to I'm trying to remember how I had it last week because I totally lost my stand. I'm about to put my contacts on because I got a glare in my eyeballs. I got a glare. See if you. All right, I'll be right back. All right, okie dokie. I got my contacts in, so it's not really glaring at me. There we go. Good evening, everyone. Hi, welcome to GH Talk. um, Happy Sunday. I'm just gonna give it a few moments. How has everyone's week been so far? Hi, David. Hi, Whitley. Christy. Hey, everyone. Oh, and let me pull up my live stream on my computer. Hi, Catherine. Hey, Deshan. Let's see. All right. I had to push it back just by a half an hour. How do I feel about Steve returning? Oh, hey, how are you? I mean, I'm surprised actually that he's returning. I don't know why. I thought like because I thought I don't know. I didn't. I'm surprised. I'm surprised, and it'll be interesting to see how he returns, how that happens, and I'm still in the camp that the only uh love relationship that I want to see him in is with his sons. I want to see him have a relationship with his sons. I do more than him having a Jason reunion or more than him getting another woman. I want to see him have have a relationship with his son. He always yes he you're right. He always comes back. That's why they should have never recasted him with Billy Miller. Rest in peace. Should never recasted him. Just no. Uh uh Um, mm. I wonder how I'm trying to move it to where like I can see the live chat better. Okay, that's good. Let me hold on. Oh, now when I move that, I gotta move this. Cause like Jason has like I don't like he hasn't had much time with either one of his sons. I agree so much. Sons and Jason make it a life changing experience and be all about the kids. Yeah, Jason, Jake, and Danny doing anything would make me happy. I agree. That's the story I want to see. That's the story of Jason I want to see. We already know how much we already seen him in Sunny. We know about him and Carly. We've seen him and Sam, Elizabeth. Oh, you know, just come on. I want to see him be a father, and I'm assuming that the boys shouldn't make it easy on him either. I mean, it's not fair what happened to him with the whole him being switched out for Drew. That was not his fault. But I can't even remember why he and Drew, what was happening? What why did they were they going after Victor Cassadine? I can't even remember what happened again. The catacombs or something, and then it just caved in on Jason and everyone thought he was dead. So just I just need him to be about his kids. Just foster, like, I want to see him fight for that relationship with his children and not be so laid back on it. That's really what I want to see from Jason. But somebody mentioned it, Jason, somebody said Jason had been a father to them kids ever. The only time Jason was a father to the kids for real was when Drew was pretending to be him. Hey, Freddie. We know Enforcer. Now we want to know a father, but the boys need to speak up. Absolutely. Don't make it easy. I'm guessing they're going to kill Dex off the show. Hey, Carice. I'm not surprised because there was more or less Disney that put him in a predicament. And Jason said, yeah, Angela was the one who said it last week. Thank you, Annie. All right, but I hope everyone has had a great week. My surroundings is going to be changing soon, so don't be shocked. I got notice on Wednesday morning that I am going to be evicted from my apartment. They don't accept payments after the 10th of the month, and I wasn't able to pay until the 12th of the month. So I know the eviction is a process, so I won't be like out of here right away, but I gotta find another situation. So there will still be live streams every week. I'm gonna stick to it, but my surroundings will be changing, so don't be shocked. I'm gonna start packing up everything, but that was my big whoosh for the week. But otherwise, I'm still in good spirits, Hey, so let's get to General Hospital. I did cry about my apartment situation, but I also had to fight back tears while watching this week's episodes. I was happy that we got less Nina this year. I'm so happy we got less Nina. Thank you. I appreciate that. But someone reminded me when one door closes, another one opens. So that means I'm just meant to be someplace else. Just gonna have to roll with the punches on that one. So, okay. This is this week, right? Okay, Felicia ran a DNA test on Cody without his knowledge. How does she get away with that? Huh? How is it because somebody said the reason why Felicia got away with it without any ramifications because she's Felicia and we all love her. But had it been anyone else, we wanted them to get charges pressed against them or something like that. But she confessed and was like, I ran a DNA test on you. And I was really hoping, thank you, Freddie. I was really hoping. I'm glad she did. Look, I was hoping we could go ahead and put this to rest about him being Mac's son, but I think the general consensus is that we're waiting for the actor who plays Mac to return. Someone had mentioned in the comment section during last week's live that oh, my apologies, because sometimes the live chat distracts me. Someone mentioned in live that I didn't mention Mac and what's happening with the actor in real life, but I do understand. I believe he is going through cancer as well, because I was thinking about the actor who plays Taggart, but he's going through cancer, and so he hasn't been on screen. I really pray that he is able to pull through. I haven't seen any articles about an update for his health. I need to search for that and see what's going on. They should just have a temporary recast. So true about the Felicia situation. Me too. It needs to end. It's dragging on. I really thought that we were going to get it over with and be like, oh, you're Mac's son. And when Mac gets back, we're going to tell him. At least do that. But apparently Sasha, she caught on to what Felicia was doing, or she saw Felicia taking hair from Cody's brush, and she somehow managed to replace the hair sample with her own hair. So Cody is safe for now. I'm not really here for him dancing around the issue because I'm like, sir, you're too grown for this. Like, for this pity party. Oh, I could have had me a family. I cost myself a family because I committed a crime, and now Sasha's implicated. And boy, come on, we are too. I'm just, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. Just, how do we feel about this? How do we feel about this? They need to end this Cody being Max on storyline right now, but prayers to John York. In real life, the actor Andrew, I remember he was diagnosed with cancer. That's why Taggart wasn't on as often at certain points, especially in the critical moments of a storyline involving, Trina and everything. So I don't know how he's doing because I haven't seen an update about him either, especially since he's not on the show as often now that it's been revealed that Trina is uh, Curtis's daughter. And I'm still on the fence about how I feel about that. So let's scroll down to that because I do have notes about that. Hi Sabrina. He have lost a lot of weight. Ooh. Stem cell treatments. So I have a question. I saw this posed online, but and I don't know if it's because of the change in actress, because Trina was played by Sydney Michaela for a very long time, and now we have this actress whose name escapes me. So I don't know if it's because of the different actresses or if it's just character over time. But has Trina become? It just seems like Trina has become less of a fierce, independent, headstrong, focused woman that she was when she was portrayed by Sydney Michaela. But again, I don't know if that's just because now she's all like Spencer, like she still stands up for herself. But I would have to say that I agree with Curtis, and when he said that Paris is for you. Go to Paris, go to Paris, girl. She's in love. Yeah, it happens. And I just kind of, I don't know. I feel like she's kind of, yeah, she's in love. But anyway, is she really going to go to Paris? Are we about to? Because I have to agree with Curtis. And I cannot see Spencer going to Paris with Trina and leaving Ace behind. And now that Nicholas showed up at his door in Friday's episode, ooh, honey, I'm here for it. I'm so upset that Hulu doesn't show you the scenes for the next General Hospital. Why don't they do that? I want to know. I want to see the scenes for the next GH. But I'm looking forward to hearing this conversation and how this is going to go down. Like, what? Especially since he was sitting there talking about goodbye, Ava, and all that. I agree. Her personality has changed the DNA test, and Curtis isn't her dad. A lot of people are still saying that. Who knows? But I would have rather her had stayed Taggart's daughter. Honestly, I guess it caused drama between him and Portia. Oh well. But I'm looking forward to this conversation. I am so glad. First of all, can we just round of applause for Ava Jerome? Yes, ma'am. Yes. I'm like aggravating. That's the word that comes to mind with this new Trina. I don't agree with Curtis that all this is their chance to run out to Paris and have a love story while she studies abroad. Okay. Well, I like that perspective. I don't think that Spencer is going to leave. I can't see him leaving. And my only concern is that Trina will stay behind because of Spencer. And I don't want that for her either. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because especially with Nick back, I really don't see Spencer leaving, but there's nothing stopping Trina from going, honestly. I just don't want her to miss this opportunity because of a man. I don't. Yes, that's my queen, Ava Jerome. I love her keeping that petty energy. I'm here for it. Trina, she has told no one she has Spencer to go to Paris with her, and he is Cyrus. You need to see Trina in Paris. Oh, Catherine, that is a good point. That's a good point. The actor that plays Spencer. Oh, so he'll be gone. Okay. Oh, okay, that's gonna be a little disappointing. Now that Nicholas is back, Spencer's leaving? Of course. Of course. Do we know for how long? Who's you mean Adam that one in Jocelyn's dorm room? Portia will not stop until Spencer and Trina are broken up. She really not feeling Spencer at all. She isn't. But Ava Jerome, thank you so much because finally we got some semblance of justice when it comes to Esme, and it was well deserved, absolutely well deserved, and it was by the book. She didn't have to scheme or lie or fake anything. She didn't have to do nothing but stand her ground. So as we've seen, I was not watching over the Christmas holiday. I didn't start watching again until the first of till January 2nd. But I did hear about Esme breaking into Windermere. I don't know if her reasons for breaking in are what she says they are, but I do know that she got her memory back. She remembers. She's just not telling anyone. I don't I'm not mad at her by not telling anyone because like after everything that happened and where she is at this point, like who would want to go back to that in a sense? But now it's like a which way is she gonna go? Is she gonna revert back to her old ways, or is she really gonna like break free from her past now that she absolutely knows about it? Ava told Laura, a leopard or whatever doesn't change its spots, and neither does that Esme. And Laura was advocating very hard for Esme. Look, how do we feel about what Laura did? Because like if it were you, like when it came to Laura, would you have done what Laura did, what told you to do, and turn yourself in? I don't really think she had much of a choice because Laura could have went to the PCPD on her own and been like, hey, I know who broke into Windermere. It was Esme. I kind of, so she was like, hey, you'll feel really good when you take responsibility and you'll get a really light sentence and no. No, you can't promise people stuff like that. You do that. That was kind of messed up. But again, karma, honey. She absolutely deserves it. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen at this hearing and what the judge is going to do. I don't know. What do y'all think? Hey, Esme back to not feeling guilty. She made it clear that she feels justified for what she did to Trina. Yes, she does. Spencer figured it out. Yes, because she slipped up and called him Spence. I'm so glad that he's on to her. I'm glad that Ava isn't fooled by her act at all because I mean she's the same person and she's definitely going to use this baby to manipulate people. I do believe Esme loves her son. I do believe that. Laura didn't tell Charlotte to turn herself in. Hey, talk about it. That Charlotte crap was a mess, especially what she was doing to Anna. And where is Charlotte? What happened with that story? And I know I wasn't doing live streams back then, but I am so disappointed in Valentine. I'm so disappointed in Valentine for how he kept Anna out the loop. And then Nina was helping him. He confided in Nina about it. And then I remember, didn't he tear into Anna for shooting Charlotte? Is she in some kind of special hospital right now? And then also, oh, the slap that Anna gave Valentine. Ooh, they were such a good couple. They were just completely and utterly ruined. I wouldn't have left my gloves at a crime scene and be open with the missing glove. Put that glove in there. I hope that's not Nicholas nor Spencer, baby. I wish Ava and Nicholas would stop playing with us and get it on in the gallery. Hey, I'm waiting for the day. And they went to see Heather, and Heather told her not to tell anybody that she has her memory. Yes, okay, Esme. Girl, get out of here. You already following the advice of your mama. Girl. Now, folk, now you really talking about turning a new leaf when folks realize that you remember. Child. All right, but it makes the story messy. We don't want a fully honest good girl, do we? They need Charlotte to carry on the cast iron crazy and thinking like her uncle. Also, if she goes to a country club jail, she can keep him there for 18 months, but I think she is going to get off. Me too. Charlotte, she didn't get in trouble at all, and that's not helpful. The girl didn't suffer any consequences for what she did, and I don't understand how Valentine doesn't see that as being detrimental to her overall. Yeah, it didn't help Spencer for a while. And sometimes in a lot of ways, Spencer is still very arrogant. I mean, ugh. I still think that the mailman is Esme's baby daddy. Okay. I love how y'all stay up on the news about everyone in their real lives. I hope that's not Nicholas nor Spencer baby. Valentine was trying to protect his daughter. He didn't know how Anna would react. Don't blame him. Valentine thinks getting shot was punishment. I think what Laura had Esme do was absolutely the right thing. What she shouldn't have done was tell her what the outcome, or what the outcome would be, and put her at ease. Because girl, because she was like, you said I wouldn't have to spend a night in jail. You didn't, but again, that's what she deserved, and I'm so glad that Ava pointed that out. She did not suffer, not at all, for what she did to Trina. And she drugged Trina and put her to sleep, and then blamed her and said that she made a sex tape about Cameron and Jocelyn. And that was just absolutely humiliating, violating their privacy in an intimate moment between them. That was such a, that was just terrible what she did. And she skated on that. She skated. Pot called the kettle black. Charlotte got the bullet. I didn't feel bad one bit. She effed around and found Ava sitting there saying Esme deserved the book thrown at her when you, Ava, murdered Connie to keep your brother's identity of being Julian Jerome and also switch your Morgan medication. Ooh. I guess hey, all these people is dirty and trifling. All of them. But I'm not gonna lie, it was good to see her arrested. Ava has had to take her lumps too, though. I remember when she and Sonny were arrested at the same time. Wasn't that something? But we'll see how this plays out. What Spencer will do with the knowledge that Esme remembers. What Esme is going to do. Is she going to revert back to her old ways? Is she going to try to come between Trina and Spencer? That doesn't seem to be her focus right now, but I do believe that she does love her son. I do believe she loves her son. All right, let me get back to what else. Let me see. Before we get into discussing Bobby, because Bobby was pretty much 4 episodes this week that we went through, and I want to get everyone else out the way before we dive into that. So we have Robert and Diane. They met up together at the end of this week. And Robert, okay, so are these two dating? Are they boyfriend and girlfriend, or are they, like, I haven't watched in a while. Are they? Thank you, Sabrina. Ava is my princess, so she gets a pass. Well, Esme confessed without a lawyer. That's her problem, not Ava's. Hey! And then, Laura, why would you have her do that? She should have sought legal counsel. Yes! Instead of the counsel of the mayor who can't even... Girl, oh, Laura. Look, you know what? I wouldn't even blame Esme if she didn't fuck with Laura no more. I wouldn't blame her. I wouldn't blame her at all. Yep, the only reason Ava and Sonny are good because of Avery. True. You better not keep it a secret from Trina. Let her know Esme remember everything. Talk about it. Let's see. Yeah. They're a couple. Okay. She said they smashed. Oh my goodness. Martin is hilarious that Nicholas is paying. Oh, for Esme? Then why didn't she call Martin? That's your brother, lawyer? Laura. I said lawyer. Martin is Laura's brother. Why didn't you call her attorney and consult with Martin? Oh, Jesus. Laura is soft as a marshmallow when it comes to Esme. She is. She was sitting there talking about I'm so glad that Ava cut her off with that crap. She has a baby. Do you know how many of us have babies out here, but we ain't sitting here wilding out like Esme? Or dumb enough to sit there and tell on ourselves to the mayor of Port Charles? Girl, I know you trying to be on the straight and narrow, but you ain't got to tell everything. Laura, mind your fucking business. Wherever I was, ain't none of yo. Am I on house arrest? Jeez. Yes, they were dating, but since he was so gleeful about Sonny, taking Sonny down, he lost her, and I'm here for it. Look, Angela, we of the same. We have, because let me tell you something. Why are you still so stuck is so pressed with ridding the town of Sonny Corinthos. Okay. And for those of you who are longtime viewers, just hear me out. You know, who have viewed it from before Sonny dominated the show. Because if I remember correctly, in the mid to late 90s and then in the 2000s up until about maybe 2014, after Jason first, Jason got shot into the harbor, a lot of people complained about it being the Sonny show for decades. At least, I'm sorry, decades. Well, at least 2 decades. Can we say 2? People complained about it being about Sonny, Jason, and Carly, and how the mob was more present and the mob was bigger than the hospital itself. You know what I mean? And that it wasn't like the stories that people wanted to see. Now, in this time, Sonny doesn't dominate the canvas like he used to. And there's much more balance. Now, is it mostly hospital-based storylines? You all can be the judge of that. On what you want to see. But you have to admit, Sonny doesn't dominate. He's still doing his mob thing, but instead of being like car bombs every week or warehouse stuff going on, or somebody's trying to take over his territory, but it's not wars like it used to be. It's calmed down quite a bit. And Sonny actually is better at law enforcement than the PCPD. Can you? So it's like, what do you mean ridding Port Charles of Sonny? I don't know. Ooh, 2 types of cancer. Or has never successfully raised a child. Look at all her children and the mess their own lives made. Oh, okay, Simone. That's why she told. Yes, they were dating, but okay. Nixon Falls. So my thing is I was just like, you're still on this train of trying to lock Sonny up. Like y'all solve a crime. Go ahead and solve a real crime. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with Diane. Like, you're just trying, like, you're still on that. And to me, it's just so old because, and you would think Robert would know better. Like, you're so seasoned. And so many people have been on this lock Sonny up train for so long. And she said, you don't want to argue, the merits of the case here. You just want to put Sonny in jail, lock him up. You see, you have another opportunity. And look, I don't believe he's going to win. He better not. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Sonny do make the show and Port Charles. Fans are still complaining about how Sonny dominated the show. If Sonny goes away as a mobster, Port Charles will have a worse mobster. Will have an even harder job maintaining justice in the city. Hey, Aaron. So I'm glad Diane got up and walked off. I thought that was supposed to be some type of lunch date, but he turned it into legal work and a case. And he's my client. Let's leave business at the station when we got to do that. Like, don't sit here and bring me here to eat. Of course I'm gonna lose my appetite. Like, you're talking about somebody that's not only my client but somebody that I care about. Like, bro, get off of it. Somebody that's been very good to your daughter. Robert mad that Sonny did his job better than him. Talk about it. That whole thing is in the town cannot survive without Sonny. You see what a mess it was when Nina had him held up in Nixon Falls. Carly had to put her white dress on and go to be the boss. She did wear that white dress, didn't she? She wore it very well. All right, so what else before we get to Bobby? So Dex and Sonny. Now, we were Nina free all week until Friday. Nina showed up at the gallery and interrupted Ava and Nicholas. She had that guilty, pathetic look on her face, filled Ava in. And she was like, oh, Cyrus, of course, is the one who told Sonny. And I was like, wait, didn't you hear Michael tell Sonny? But whatever. Nina, don't go to confessions again. Okay? Just don't confess to the person. Just don't go around confessing, child. What? Oh Lord have mercy, girl, I don't know what to do with you. Anyway, I guess she catch herself going to the hospital to confront Cyrus Renault. Ava's like, look, leave me out of it. I didn't make you do nothing. You did it all on your own. But I still say that Ava goaded her. I don't care what. Like, I know what she trying to distance herself and everything, and she trying to make it seem like she was trying to get Nina to see reason. I don't know. I can't remember the exact words of how Ava put it, but Ava, you know good and damn well that you was sitting there. You did that on purpose. You did that on purpose. You did you you ain't shit as a friend, girl. You did that on purpose. I don't care what nobody says. She knows she wrong, but leave her out of it, Nina. Leave her out of it. She living with Sonny, and they finally have a decent co-parenting thing going on. So leave her out of it. I agree. I thought Ava kind of inspired her to do it. Yes, Tracy, she sure as hell did. So he was wrong for making Dex come after Cyrus. I believe he's going to get killed. Dex not about to do the mob life. Mm-hmm. Ava just don't want Carla to. Nina never listens. Now she's about to go to the hospital, confront Cyrus, and mess up Sonny's plan. Mm-hmm. Right. Lord have mercy. But she going over there. And as far as Dex is concerned, Dex isn't Jason. Dex is walking around wearing a suit. Jason was the one in a leather jacket and some I'ma get my feet dirty in these boots shoes. Okay? Jason was the one who knows where all the bodies is buried because he buried them. Dex is not that kind of he's not an enforcer. He's more like an assistant. Am I wrong? Like, how would you categorize Dex? I don't feel like Dex is the I know where the bodies are buried type person. He's not that. I hate hearing Dex is Jason's son. No, girl, I don't like hearing it either. Mm-mm. He has 50 pounds of muscle on Dex. I can remember the number of times that Jason has gone in with his t-shirt, leather jacket, jeans, his shoes, and put his neck to somebody's throat while they were in the hospital room. Okay? That Dex is not that. And I'm like, why would you like why would you have him do something like that? Get somebody that's disposable. Get somebody that's not as close to you as Dex is. Get somebody who is a throwaway employee. You know, that's okay with doing time in jail. Why would you get Dex to do it? I'm sorry, but at the hospital, to me, the plan seems very messy. And I'm just surprised that Sonny would have him do something like that. And he go in a suit. Isn't there cameras? It just doesn't seem like a very well executed plan. Like, get him in an alley where no one's looking in the dark. Why on earth would you have this man go up in the hospital dressed in a suit to kill? Dex is a softie. Why do people want Jason or Dante to be Dex's dad? I don't even know. I didn't even know Dante was in this. In the dirt in his jeans and black shirt. Jason was the one who got caught in shootouts and survived. Oh, Olivia wasn't there. There are so many cameras at the hospital. Yes, cameras in the hospital. Dex is not the one. Dex is a softie. I feel like he should have found somebody else. This is not Dex's arena. And this is not Dex's arena. One thing is, it's not about loyalty. That's what Sonny was trying to do. It's not about that. It's just knowing your people and for them to play their roles. Like at my job, there's an employee of ours, and she is like, she's good at cleaning. Certain the other duties in the restaurant, no. But if you need somebody to bust them suds and knock out them dishes, oh, she's perfect. So, and whenever she comes in, we already know she going straight to the dishes. And maybe she don't like that. I don't know. I haven't asked her, but like she's very good at it. So we let her do that. And we don't make her. She just went over there and she like not only dishes, but she likes to go in and clean the stock room and organize stuff. And, that's just her thing. But if you trying to find somebody to fill in order, she'll forget something or she'll put it in the wrong size bowl and we're like, you got to do this over again type thing. So you got to know what people are good at. Like, Sonny, you should know after spending so much time with Dex that him murdering Cyrus at the hospital just isn't his thing. That's not his thing. Especially as scrawny as he is, you're telling him to take on Cyrus? I'm sorry, but Cyrus, I feel like even in Cyrus's state of being beaten in his damn face by you, he could still body slam the heck out of Dex and plead to Jesus and repent and get back in his bed talking about, oh, I've seen the light. No, girl, whatever. You gotta know. Yes, Stephanie, thank you. Jason would have questioned Sonny's approach and would have did it another way. Exactly. Exactly. Jason was very good at strategizing and trying to direct Sonny because, when Sonny, he would just, like that one time when Sonny wanted to get rid of Alcazar because of, Carly having her coma and thinking she was in love with Alcazar. And Jason was like, look, you're risking everything by doing it like this. If you just go and just shoot him out in the open like this. And Sonny was just like, I'm doing it anyway. Jason was always tried to be the voice of reason. Sometimes he was successful, sometimes he was not. Dex is just nah. Hey Susan, the only thing hard about Dex are Saturday nights with Jocelyn. You ain't lied. You ain't lied at all. Dex needs mob enforcer because he's a complete failure in his job. He's about as competent as Nina is saying or competent. Yes, he will mop the floor with him. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. So he better count his blessings that Nina walked up in the room. And I think if I was Dex, and hopefully this is what we'll see in the next episode, he'll be like, yes, and call Sonny or run to him and be like, look, boss, I tried to take out Cyrus, but your wife went in there. And then you're off the hook for now. For now. But shoot, I'll be so happy to see my boss's wife up in there like, got to do this shit. That's why Dex called Josh, just in case something happened to him. Yeah, he was seen scared. This isn't for him. Will he ever find out that he was working for Michael? Sorry. That's going to be interesting if he does. That's another little thing that Michael is sitting on that don't nobody know about. Right now, I don't think Sonny is alienating Michael over the whole Nina thing, but if he finds out that Dex is a plant because of Michael, oh yeah, things is going to blow up. And Sonny put Nina's picture down on his desk. He was like, man, I don't want to see her right now. Even Diane, when she went to the PCPD after he had been arrested, she said, do I need to start the divorce paperwork? We need to talk about the Nina situation at some point. Dante tried to be, there for his father, but Sonny was like, look, you can't separate your job and be my son at the same time. But I'm glad that Dante tried. I'm glad that Dante tried. It's clear that he loves his dad. And after Olivia mentioning, her not telling the secret and Sonny shooting Dante, I think that gap of a lack of relationship that they, for years that's between them will always be there. But again, I'm really happy to see the progress between them. Very happy to see the progress between those two. Josh and Carly know. It was just it was throwing me off that the actress who normally plays Jocelyn wasn't in the role. So these were very important scenes this week with the funeral. I understand that the actress, they said she's out on bereavement. So she has a real loss in real life going on. And I'm sad for her for that. but her presence was definitely missed this week, because really would have loved to have seen the real Jocelyn in these scenes. But I understand, as some people were saying, maybe it's a great thing that while she's going through bereavement, that she doesn't have to actually like grieve again on, camera. Oh my God, her mom? No, no. Oh my God, her mom. Oh no. Yeah, how did Diane find out? How did she? Oh no. I wonder if or when she'll come back to I wonder if she'll come back to the show. Like, I definitely don't expect her to come back to work soon. I wouldn't want to come back to work soon if I didn't have to. 6 weeks. I wouldn't want to come back. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I know. Wow. I lost my mom when I was 17, so that's just not a day goes by I don't think about that woman. So just, I'm so sad. My condolences. I thought that too, Erin. I did. Okay, so I think we've just about touched on everything before we get to the funeral. We touched on Curtis. We still don't know if his surgery went well. I when the doctor said that he had about 20 or 25 patients that he operated on, and only three of them came out successful. I saw the look on both Portia and Curtis's face, like, but you know, I felt Portia when she said, as a doctor, but as your wife, I'm scared. And then Hat Daddy wanted to go off on Stella. Is that your sexual tension building up? But I understand, the emotions of what this can cause. So, she's back filming. Okay. I feel you, Freddie. Because he has Diane on retainer, she gets the first call. I mean, like, were there scenes of him telling Diane what happened? Though I can't remember that. Like, it must have. I mean, she must have. I mean, I guess you're right. Maybe it was off screen, and he was telling Diane what happened over the phone. And we missed it. Um, yeah. So that I'm tired of Marshall. I know how she feels too. Okay. Also, how do we feel about Adam? Can we get a temperature, a room check about how we feel about Adam? I know in real life he's the son of Maurice Bernard, who plays Sonny Corinthos, and it seems as though his Curtis whole family is boring. I guess he has substance abuse problems with alcohol, or I'm still trying to figure this dude out. Okay, I've only been back for a week. He's unnecessary. It's obnoxious. Nepotism. And I was like, why is all of this happening in Jocelyn's dorm room? Shouldn't this be like in a office or like a main hall or something? I would just be really upset this boy keep coming to my room disturbing my peace. But at the same time, I understand we need, people need people, and clearly he needs help. I was just like, what's always happening in Jocelyn's dorm room? Goodness sakes. But he doesn't want to get the help. He's just, ooh, ooh, ooh. So I'm not sure where this is leading with him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He's good at his role, but I'm not interested with his secrecy of his family. Why was Curtis in the hospital? To get some kind of surgery to help with his spine so that he might be able to walk again. Adam's creepy. It's not Marshall. It's Hat Daddy. Yes, it is. I'm not feeling the Adam character or storyline. Yeah, I'm still just trying to figure out where we're going with this before I decide. I don't know. I've only seen him in like clips on Facebook, and now I'm just starting to watch the show again, and I'm just a bit confused. I'm just a bit confused, I guess. Adam isn't going to be alive too long if he keeps going this way. The story is important. I know a few people are like that in college. Okay. Hey, I'm glad you caught it too. Adam's not doing anything for me. She heard around town. Do you know if anything goes on in Port Charles, it revolves around Sunny? I hate to say this. Trina don't have any black friends in college. No, she doesn't. That would require more black people on the show that aren't related. And I think we've had this talk before about like I remember before it was revealed that Trina was Curtis's daughter, somebody, and not just one person but many people said, why do all the black people in Port Charles have to be related? And now, correct me if I'm wrong, but all the black people on the show currently are related, if not by blood, by marriage. And I have another question. Where is Jordan Ashford? I'm really surprised she's not on screen for what's happening with Curtis right now. She is a part of the family in a sense. I still don't, I still wish Curtis would have stayed with Jordan, to be honest. But what happened to Zeke? Oh, yeah. And that Zeke person, I saw bits and pieces of him. Like I said, I haven't watched the show in a while. But like, I we, did we like Zeke? I don't like it because I kind of felt like it was forced. I definitely don't want her with Portia's. I don't want Jordan with Portia's brother. Okay, I don't want that. And then it just was too obvious. Like, why can't we have nice things? Why not Andre? I liked Andre. Why not bring Andre back? And then I don't know how I felt about him. Am I here for Spencer and Trina? I know they're in love. A lot of people love them and everything like that. No. And I don't, I don't like the way that Trina is played. I don't, I don't like how Trina is portrayed. I don't like how she's acted out on screen. I, I don't. I really miss how Sydney Michaela brought her to life. I don't like how she's portrayed on screen. Nothing against the actress in real life. I don't like it. Sean needs to be back. TJ needs men that what? Oh yeah, some heart is blocking me. Some people are saying they're going to put Adam and Trina together when Nicholas goes off for a movie. I'm not here for Spencer and Trina either. I prefer Sydney Michaela. Me too. I just don't like the portrayal of the character. I don't like the writing. I want them to act. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I know they're giving them story with what's going on with Curtis. Hat Daddy and Stella might have a relationship. Uh, TJ and Molly are trying to have a baby. But I would like a full body story for Trina. Like I want stuff that is kind of legendary, stuff that has longevity, or like is like something that's not forgettable. I mean, even and we're gonna get deeper into Bobby. I promise. I just want to get everything out the way, but. When they were going over Bobby's life and all the flashbacks and the different stories that she had and the gusto and adventures, and I just I would want to see something like that for Trina too. I just don't feel like they know how to write compelling stories for the characters of a darker hue. I and I don't I'm not sure if that's really truth or why that is. I don't think it has anything to do with racism or anything like that, but it's like I don't feel as though they know how to write compelling stories for the black actresses and actors that they have, and really just kind of no, I'm not I don't know. Sorry, this Trina's acting range is limited. They haven't had any Emmy since 2009. Where was Molly in this? She wasn't with her man and his family. Yeah, that's true. I don't even think Curtis paralysis is that compelling. I wonder. Well, she should. She should absolutely break up with him if he's not honest with her and forthcoming. So let me just review. So, and then we could go to talking about Bobby. I just wanted to make sure we got everything out the way. We talked about that, and because we had a little adventure too as well. Oh, okay. How do we feel about Greg and Alexis? I didn't see the whole bungee jumping and kiss. I just, as it happened, I just saw it in flashbacks this week. Um, eh. I feel like Alexis has definitely had greater romances. So, I mean, I'm not hating it. I'm not loving it. It is what it is. Okay. Meh. Yeah, okay. Well, I keep giving Alexis a soon to be dead snore. Not a soon to be dead man. This would have been the perfect time for Frisco to come back. Yeah, it would have been. Soon to be dead man. Okay, Tracy was being messy. Tracy was being messy earlier this week before the funeral. She knows that obviously something's up with Scott and Lucy. She doesn't know. I think she has a clue. She hasn't specifically stated, but she's like, she knows. And she tried to mess with Martin's head about where Lucy was, and oh, she's with Scott and she's not confiding in you like she would Scott. And she's right. Scott and Lucy have been thick as thieves, but but they've known each other for decades, raised children together, been married. I mean, come on. So, yeah, of course. But I'm glad Martin wasn't really, he's not easily shaken. It's on his mind. He's definitely aware of it, but he's not shaken. Brooklyn was with Tracy as it happened. And I like the relationship between Brooklyn and Tracy. She's also trying to comfort Tracy because I didn't realize how much Bobby cared. I'm sorry, I didn't realize how much Tracy cared for Bobby, but obviously that came from how much Tracy still and will always love Luke. And it's such a beautiful thing. Um, it's such a beautiful thing. I remember why they got together and why he married Tracy. And I was so upset at the time because I really loved Tracy and Sky. Didn't he call Sky Red or something like that? Does anyone remember that? But then Tracy and Luke really, really fell in love with each other. She loved Luke. She loved Luke, and she still does to this day. And so going into the funeral talk, I just want to say that Tracy, it was so refreshing to see such a side of her, especially her conversation with Carly when she showed up at the funeral. And she was just, saying how much she respected her mother and cared for her, how much she understood how much Bobby meant to her brother Luke. That about made me cry right there. Great scenes. Love Tracy and Luke. Blaze, there we go. Called her Blaze. Thank you, Susan. Red. Tracy or Laura. I don't know. You all will have to fill in that blank because there was some gaps between Laura and Luke. Even though they were legally married for quite some time, there are gaps between them because of the kidnapping with the Cassadines. But I feel like we know that Luke and Laura definitely knew each other longer than Luke knew Tracy. Luke and Spanky Pants. Sky is Blaze mama. You think so? I was thinking Luke was going to be alive, that Carly and Felice was going to find out. Tracy don't know Brooklyn is playing her to get the company and give it to Maxie, which I did like how Brooklyn showed concern for Tracy. Maybe she was, doing one of those tactics, but Tracy misses Luke so much. She still loves that man so much. I like the moment between Tracy and Lucy when when Tracy approached her and said, "Let's call a truce today for Bobby." It's good that Lucy decided to call a truce, even though she didn't like her. And I enjoy, what we, the moments we did get with Bobby letting Lucy know and letting Lucy have it. A lot of folks were saying that they would have liked to have seen more flashbacks. I believe we could have had. I mean, come on. She was on the show for over 40 years. There was so much more that could have been shown. I would have loved to have seen the best of Bobby. That's what they need to do. You remember how ABC started to do like the General Hospital collection? They need to put together collections like that. The best of Bobby. Bobby Jones Spencer, or Bobby Spencer, or the best of Epiphany, the best of our some of our soap veterans and legends that we've lost. I would love to have like a little video playlist to go on the website and watch the best of in higher quality. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. More flashbacks. I think in the end, Brooklyn is going to keep that company and not give it to Maxie. She might. Tracy don't know Oh, I've seen that. So, okay, let me go back to my notes. I don't want to, but I enjoyed Tracy's scenes, and also how Tracy later came over at Carly's request, because all I could think about was when Tracy returned last year and how Carly was at the house, and how Tracy is. I'm sure she'll go back to being Tracy and like, Carly, what are you doing here? How Tracy is. So it was just like, wow, how the respect of another person can influence people to rise above the fray, even if it's just temporary. It helps to put things into perspective. So that was a very wonderful thing. I enjoyed seeing it. Brooklyn will probably split the company. They should have had Monica at the funeral and not the scene with Finn. Yeah. Bobby was on the show 45 years. So, let me go down here. Let me see. So Carly and Elizabeth, Carly had some really great scenes this week. Really great scenes. And we knew that she would do a wonderful job because the actress who plays Carly has really made the role her own. And I'm glad that she's been on the show as long as she has been and has had scenes and moments with the actress who played Bobby. I mean, there's so many scenes, not even just more recent ones. I mean, like, when did Laura Wright come onto the show? I believe it was in 2006, wasn't it? No, I'm sorry. Laura Wright joined the cast in 2005 during the train wreck. Right before the train wreck, I'm assuming. The train wreck. Anyhow, so she's had a lot of time to spend. It's been over a decade that she had screen time with the actress. I do remember there was a time where we weren't seeing too much of Jacqueline on screen, and a lot of us was missing her. So I'm glad that they brought her back, and that she was more of a reoccurring regular. I think it has to do with maybe the actress, I don't know. I don't know if something was happening with her health, but I'm sure if she could have been there, she probably would have. I'm at least I would like to think so. I know that the reporter was BJ Spirit, and that was their way of coping with the loss of Bobby, because I said she looks just like Bobby, but that is an old soap opera trope. Did you like it, or were you annoyed by it? How did you all feel with the reporter being BJ in the end? To me, it was. I understand. I get it, but you have to suspend your belief. You have to suspend logic. But it was like, just a ghost came through and told y'all about something that Bobby was doing in real life. So, but you have to suspend your belief. A lot of people really found it touching. Thing is, if they show the best of something, they got to pay the people that are in the episode. Okay. It was weird. Everyone was talking to a ghost. Who looks sick? Um, so I really enjoyed Laura Wright. Her scenes when she was at Kelly's. I guess I understand because I think Bobby took ownership of Kelly's at some point. Did she take ownership of Kelly's after Ruby died? Is that it? Because sorry, I can't stand when there's something on my face that annoys me. But I don't know, when Carly said she wanted to be closer to her mom, I just assumed you would go to the hospital. However, I'm glad she went to Kelly's though, because it's more private, more intimate than the hospital setting would have been. But that was just what I assumed. Like, if you wanted to feel closer to Bobby, why didn't you go to the hospital? I mean, you know. Oh, Monica. Okay, you thought it was good. We have had vampires. Yeah. Well, Simone, thank you for bringing me back to that. Yes, we had. Yeah, they even brought vampire. Wasn't there an alien? Wasn't there an alien at one point on General Hospital? That was before my time, but I heard there was an alien. I just didn't like Kelly's being renamed. I didn't want Jake to be renamed. Then it became the floating rib, especially since Jake didn't die. He's alive, and we're still stuck with the floating rib. And a lot of people share Casey the alien. A lot of people share your sentiments online, that they feel as though maybe they could have did something else in honor of Bobby, but changing the name of the restaurant to Kelly's didn't need to happen. I'm I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I'm not really sure. You're glad they're calling it Bobby's? I could have done without the BJ thing. Yeah, it could have been. Don't like the name change either. I'm neither here nor there about it, but a lot of people were saying that, you know, something else could have been done. There was some good suggestions too about what it could have been done, but I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's still going people still gonna come there and eat. And I think since Carly is running the restaurant, having it named after her mom, especially since she came there to feel close to her mother, uh, it makes sense in that regard. Because if it was me and my mother died after I inherited something from her, I would probably name it after her too. So, in that sense, I guess I'm okay with the name change. I'm okay with it. I like the rename, give the community more of a connection. Yeah. Elizabeth stopped by to see Carly. And again, I love soap operas because we get to see the longevity of the growth and evolution of these people and their relationships with one another. And of course, there was a time where Carly was at Elizabeth's throat. I mean, especially when they were fighting over Jason, Carly was so jealous of Elizabeth and Jason. If I remember correctly, in the late 90s. So she was very jealous. And now to see these two women be brought together, because Elizabeth did spend a lot of time with Bobby at the hospital on a professional and even sometimes a personal basis. I liked that the two women chatted and Elizabeth helped with some handiwork in the kitchen. It was very nice, their conversation. I enjoyed that interaction. I enjoyed the interaction between Carly and Sonny. Whether or not they ever get back together in the future, they they make great friends. They make great friends. Um, Hold on a second. Let me. Oop. They mentioned Mike, and they talked about, you know, the growth. I mean, not just in Mike and Sonny's relationship, but Carly and Bobby's relationship. You know, both of them had strained relationships with their parents at one point. Bobby always gave Sonny grief. She didn't really like Sonny for Carly, but they had a mutual respect for one another because they both love Carly. And I think there was even, I think even at the nurses' ball backstage one time, uh, Bobby had told Sonny, I haven't always been fond of you or whatever like that, but she said some kind words. I don't want to misquote her, but we know the relationship between Sonny and Bobby. I really enjoyed seeing Carly and Sonny. They touched on Nina briefly, and I like that. Carly, she doesn't want to see Sonny hurt either. She doesn't. She knows he's very upset. And I'm glad that the reveal of what Nina did came when it did, because it's like okay, you did that and I told you I'm done with you. I will never forgive you. And I'm just glad that I don't want Carly focusing no more on Nina. I really want that out of her face, like stop it. So I'm just glad it came at a time where something more important, more, it was going on in Carly's life, where it wasn't just constant scenes of her just about Nina. And I hope that it doesn't come up. So I'm glad the whole Nina mess dropped at this particular time, where Carly's like, okay, not only do I not have time for this, I really don't have time for this, because my mother is dead, and I am, and it's about me and my mom and how I'm gonna get through it and how I'm gonna live and honor my mom, not about Nina and this bull crap. So Layla's with her dad. She'll be back tomorrow. When was Carly and Maxie ever friends? Yeah, when? Okay. Well, I do know Maxie planned Sonny and Carly's fifth wedding. You prefer Sonny and Carly as friends? They make great friends and great co-parents. They make great parents. That wasn't always the case. I remember whenever they were broken up, and it was about, they used to be so fighty and all that other stuff, but it seems as though they've really grown up. Nina can't stop talking. Nina gonna run her mouth. I'm just really glad that Carly has something else to that drew her attention, something else that was greater and more important, to keep her off of feasting on the carcass of Nina and her lies. I'm just so cool. Thank God. When Sonny was sitting at his desk in the office, yeah, he put that photo down real quick. Yes, that would. I heard that was the original actress who played BJ when she was smaller. Angela. I want to answer that. Angela said, no, there was an alien on Days of Our Lives. Matter of fact, Marlena's children dropped out of a spaceship. The craziest thing I ever watched on Days of Our Lives was when Marlena Evans was going around killing she was killing folk. She was killing folk. She was the Salem stalker. That's what it was. Me and my mom was hooked. It was in the early 2000s. And I remember I was looking in the soap magazines and everything. Me and my mom was watching it, honey. And this was still back with VHS. We didn't have TiVo. Wait, did we have TiVo? Either we were still recording on the VHS or we had TiVo. Anyway, Marlena was going around killing everybody. I mean, she killed Alice Horton. She killed somebody else. It was some redheaded chick, and she'd been on the show for years. And she killed her too. I think she killed one of the twins. I think her body fell out of like a piñata or something like that. That mess was crazy. She even killed Abe. She killed Abe. And then everybody ended up not being dead. I think it has something to do with Stefano DiMera. And they all ended up on some damn island. It was the craziest thing. And I remember like they executed Marlena, and they put in like she was in a casket. And then like the casket, like, does anybody know what I'm talking about? I'm not making this up. I'm not Maggie. There we go. I'm not making this up. That was the craziest thing I ever saw in Days of Our Lives. The craziest thing. The Gemini twins. Good Lord. You said sooner or later Nina's going to push Carly, saying Carly coming after her. Oh, no need for them to fight. I need for them to have an old-fashioned soap opera knock and drag out. That's why we don't have any good old rivalries from any of the soap characters coming up. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no good rivalries going on. They even showed a flashback. Okay, let's talk about Laura and Bobby Okay, we had a flashback of how Bobby was coming between Laura and Scotty. And then I loved the flashback when Laura was her sister-in-law. And she said, "Why do you wait until the house is on fire and then call 911?" Oh, the growth. But like, I mean, that was messy. We don't really, where's the man? I mean, I guess you could say Esme and Trina, but Trina is not a formidable foe against Esme. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't watch that. So, yes, The Island. Okay, that was the craziest mess I ever seen. Of course, it has something to do with Stefano because he was obsessed with Marlena and making John Black his foot soldier. I think there was even a time where he brainwashed one of them, or maybe there was a time where he brainwashed all of. Oh my goodness, Stefano. That's another actress. I'm sorry, that's another actor that I miss because he passed away in real life. But those were great scenes to see Laura grieve Bobby. I'm glad that Laura got to speak at the funeral. Someone said it earlier, but I thought Lucas had say a few words. Some folks were not satisfied with the lack of emotion that Lucas showed. They thought maybe there should have been more. We got to see Felix. He had a moment with Lucas. I miss Felix. I mean, the missed opportunity between those two is insane. You know what I mean? Especially even without Lucas, the missed opportunity of Felix. I mean, he's not like hasn't been like a huge character, but even when he comes in and he does these soft spots, it's still to me, the presence of Felix is still profound, and I still love him as a character. And I've always thought, man, would have wanted to see more from him. Wish they would have given him more. Oh, those were the good time when Marlena was possessed. That was great. The tomfoolery of Days of Our Lives and was the cartoon of soap opera world. That and Passions. Passions was on a whole no. Passions. I was so here for Timmy and Tabitha and who was Beth's mama? Who was Mrs. Wallace? Was that Beth's mama? Beth was some crazy. Beth was crazy. I hated what she did to Sheridan. She kept Sheridan in that damn basement, and then she had some like Matt. Look, we gonna have to do another live stream about Passions. I could talk about Passions all day. Okay, and I thought Port Charles, the mini soap, was crazy. That spinoff from General Hospital, but Passions was a whole nother thing. Especially Evil Charity and that pendant. Anyway, let me stop. I could talk about Passions all day, honey. Passions was wild. You can. Oh, really? You really a knockoff? Get out! Young Bobby was something else. We know where Carly's attitude came from, and that's why Bobby got karma because of what she did to Laura and Scotty. And then Carly came to town to give her a taste of her own medicine. Now let's real quick. I absolutely enjoy Felicia and Carly. That was very unexpected for them to take such a trip like that. Like. That was like, and then folks was clowning them online, like, how Felicia just got a suitcase come around the corner, like what? Like, does Carly have a private jet? Because she got back so quick that there was still blood running down her. No, not for real, but I mean, it didn't even start to heal up and try to produce a scab. That cut was still so fresh, like the blood was still flowing up out that thing. Like, girl, it's like she just left the woods and stepped straight in the porch. I'm like, did y'all even fly back? Y'all just walked from around the corner. Like for real. Oh, Sonny's jet. Okay, thank you, Deshan. Because I was really confused. Okay, I'm like, what? Why did y'all just walk up in the hospital? Y'all was out in the woods. That was tripping me out. Spencer not going to Paris, especially not with Esme mess. Oh, Luis and Sheridan. I thought Luis and Sheridan was going to end up together. Sheridan, well, so much was done there. Let me stop. This is General Hospital. Girl, I could talk about Passions all day. Anyway, thank you. Because I was wondering, I said, how'd she get back so soon? But my favorite part about Felicia and Carly was the fact that they went. I'm glad it was them and not Carly and Drew. I definitely was happy about that. And then also Felicia's honesty about why Carly and her did not form a relationship. And she had every right to say that. You hurt my best friend and Tony. She loved both of them faithfully, unending. And that was such a great moment. Such a great moment. And she was like, I know it's been a long time, but I don't, your mom forgave you, but you hurt them. And I had a front row seat to that. And she had to get her through that. That was great. So great. I love that. Glad it wasn't in Paul Tuck. When Felicia and Carly found the girl Bobby was supposed to help, she came out. Look, Carly. I was laughing at the thought of Carly catching a shovel to the face. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm still laughing at the thought of it. Look, they went to 2 or 3 different countries in 5.23 seconds. That was comedy. Even if you had a private jet, you still can't get out of JFK or LaGuardia that fast. I forgot the Asher Salsa Child. But that was funny. How I guess I'm happy that they wrapped the trip up so quickly. There we go. At least it wasn't like one of those long things. And I think a lot of us can agree if they would wrap up some of these storylines as fast as they did Carly and Felicia's little adventure, we would be a lot happier. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, that was really quick. But it was kind of cool to hear something that Bobby was doing, helping with human trafficking. I mean, shoot, that was pretty dope. That was cool. It was funny. What else? I did enjoy seeing. Hold on, where's my? Is it there? I lost my sticky note. Okay, there we go. Um, I liked seeing Sonny sitting with Dante and the Davis clan. I liked seeing them there. I do not really remember much about like the early 2000s, 2010. I didn't realize that Bobby talked Alexis through what happened with Christina and Kiefer. I had no idea. And I was like, why didn't they show the flashback of Bobby helping Christina? Well, duh, it was a completely different actress. Of course they didn't. But I didn't even know that Alexis and I just don't remember because I know I was watching around that time. I just didn't remember that Bobby was there and being supportive of that. That was a great flashback. Oh my goodness, Nancy Lee Grahn, she was just looking so young. But I like seeing all of them sitting together. Why was Drew standing? Was it because there was no room for him? Um, I did like that Scott got to talk and he said she was meant to be my best friend. It's like they forgot they had Nina call Bobby a child prostitute instead of a victim of trafficking. Ah, Nina said that? Mm. I thought she, Angela, just the thought of like, just the thought of Carly possibly catching a shovel to the face. It still makes me laugh. It still makes me laugh. But it was a great funeral. I mean, it was great. And it was great. I enjoyed the send off. I enjoyed the send off. I don't have much more to say. I enjoyed all of it. I had to fight back tears. I hate when shows make me cry because I'm such a crybaby at emotional moments. But I absolutely enjoyed the show this week. I'm looking forward to seeing more of the other stories push forward as far as Nicholas, seeing what's going to happen with Nina, how they're going to reintroduce Steve Burton. I haven't seen any air date for him yet. How everyone came through to Kelly's, and oh, I'm sorry, to Bobby's, and sat down with the reporter and gave their side of who Bobby was, and how much they respected her, how much they loved her. That was very great. I mean, it was a very good send off, and sometimes I just wonder. I just wonder how they feel when they have to come together to say goodbye to a colleague that they've worked with for decades, and then and it's real. It's not just because they decided to leave and they're still alive somewhere, but you're saying goodbye not only to the character but to the person who brought them to life as well. Like, how does that feel? And just again, I commend all of them because to be able to produce those emotions on the spot. I know you're actors and this is what you get paid to do, but it's absolutely a talent, an absolute talent, especially where Laura Wright is concerned. She's so great at it. Just to invoke that emotion, it had to be real. It had to absolutely be real, but to just bring it like that and continuously, scene for scene for scene. I mean, just wow. Like how do you all handle that? Hopefully you all lean on each other, but it's just you girl, sorry, you said Steve Burton don't even know his start date. Are you being funny? Are you serious? Are you serious? You said, I heard it's gonna be next month during sweeps. Okay. Wait, are you serious? Steve Burton don't even know his start date. Are you clowning me? Girl, don't be clowning me. Molly's so in rush to have a baby. Yes, she could have adopted. Somebody mentioned that. He doesn't. Oh Lord, he doesn't. Oh Lord, he don't even know his air date. Wait a minute. What? Oh Lord. Nicholas coming back seems so backburnerish. Yeah, he's he's already filmed. He just can't say anything to us yet. Okay. Well, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. I hope everyone has a great week. I am going to, I think the first room I'm going to pack up is my bedroom. Yeah, I'm going to leave Layla's room for last. I got to figure this thing out. Keep me in your prayers, send positive thoughts. Trying to see if I could get a new place. Evictions stay on your record for a really long time. It's not on my record yet, so I'm trying to see if I might be able to get into someplace else before that happens. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to move into somebody else's space, and I really don't want to have to do that. But God, when it gets tough, gotta keep going. But my young one will be home tomorrow. I have a roof over my head. I'm blessed, So I hope you all will feel blessed despite whatever you're facing this week or have faced over the past week. I will see you. I will. I don't know what day I'm going to do the live stream on. I'm going to say Sunday. If not Sunday, I might do it before the weekend, either Thursday or Friday, because there's something that I have to do Saturday night. But there will be a live stream. I just got to decide what day. But I will be back. Great talking to all of you. Thank you for coming to see me. It's great to be seen. It's great to hear your voices and talk. I have so much love for you all. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.